Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're hearing us from. Okay, my name is Emmanuel Akonuche. I welcome you to Akonuche Relationship Talks. Okay, in today's Love Bible series, we are going to talk about how important is sex in our relationship. How important is sex in our relationship? Okay, so sex can have variety of importance. It can also help to support healthy relationship and may improve overall well-being of individuals. It is also linked to individual benefits including stress relief. It also helps to improve sleep, increase immunity, and better cardiac health. Okay, so in a supportive relationship, there are many benefits to having sex. Okay, higher rate of sexual activity are linked to positive changes such as it lowers the blood pressure. Okay, it reduces stress, greater intimacy, and even reduces divorce rate. Okay, so going further, we will be discussing why sex can be important in a relationship. Okay, some of the benefits it might have and statistics on how often couples typically can have sex in a week, monthly or in a yearly or interval. Okay, it also covers challenges you may face and what you can do if you want to increase the amount of sex in your relationship. Okay, so let's start to ask this question: why is sex important in a relationship? How necessary is sex in a relationship? Okay, sex is not always necessary in a relationship. Do you get that? Sex is not always necessary in a relationship, but it can be an important part of a healthy relationship. For a relationship to be a fulfilled one, sex must play an integral part in sustaining such relationship. How important sex, that is sexual intercourse, is in a relationship varies from individual to individual. Some of the reasons that you might feel that sex is important in a relationship includes: one, you can get a paper, you can get a pen so that you can be writing down some of all these things. Okay, some of the things you may think that sex is important in a relationship includes: one, okay, we have what we call, okay, this one, sex helps in relieving stress. Okay, sexual intercourse helps in relieving stress. You may come back from your tedious daily activities, okay, feeling bored, tired and weak. Anytime you have this bond with your partner, you have this intimacy, this emotional exercise, it helps typically in relieving stress according to statistics. Okay, another one is that sex helps one to feel confident and healthy around his spouse. Okay, feeling closer to your partner, a desire to have children and intimacy, it makes one finding sex more pleasurable. Okay, when you have regular sex, like if you normally engage in sexual activities, it makes you to find sex fun and pleasurable. There are some partners that always experience painful sex, and because of that, most of them now often do try their best to desist from sexual activities, anything that will lure them to sex and all that, without knowing that the more you embark on sexual journey, is the more relief you get, the more pleasurable it becomes. That fear of sex pains and all that will no longer be there. Okay, so there are benefits of sexual intercourse in a relationship. What are the benefits of sexual intercourse in a relationship? See, listen very well. Beyond individual benefits for you and your partner, regular sex supports a healthy relationship in a number of ways. Okay, for instance, the oxytocin released during sexual intercourse enhances a sense of bonding and improves emotional intimacy. Do you hear that? During intercourse, there is a hormone release. There is what we call oxytocin. Those that are familiar with health terms, they should know about this. There's what we call oxytocin. Oxytocin is being released during sexual intercourse, the activities of sexual intercourse. Okay, so that oxytocin release during sexual intercourse, it helps to improve bonding between two partners, two people. Okay, it helps to improve their bondings, and it helps in the improvement of their emotional intimacy. Okay, that is one of the benefits of sexual intercourse in a relationship. It expressing love through sex increase the likelihood of partners staying together. When you express love to your partner, it's not necessarily, it's, yes, you go out, you get stuff for your partner, you go out, you get presents, you surprise them, you buy clothes, buy them phones, laptop, iPad, stuff like that. But expressing love to them in terms of sex, sexual intercourse, okay, it also helps to build a lasting and a fulfilled relationship. It helps partners to stay together as husband and wife. Okay, it helps partners to stay together as husband and wife. That is sexual intercourse. Another important benefit of sex in a relationship is that it helps to reduce and to checkmate the level of divorce in marriages and relationships. Sexual intercourse, that is sex, helps in reducing and checkmating the rate of divorce in marriages, because by statistics, most divorce that happens today is because of absence of sexual intercourse in a relationship. Okay, a partner will go to work, they will stress themselves out, they work their ass out in the offices, in their working place, and all that. They will come back tired, weak, they want to sleep, they want to rest, they don't, tomorrow morning they go out again, coming back late in the night, they will struggling, working their asses out from day to day, week to week, month to month. They will not try to have this bonding that exists, this emotional expression of love that should exist between two persons in a relationship or in marriage. So in any relationship or marriage that sex is lacking, one thing might be sure, one thing there must be certain, rather. One partner, maybe if they try to let the other partner understand the benefit of I'm feeling horny, I need to do this, they are giving excuses of I'm tired, okay, tomorrow, giving timetable for sales and all that. If they keep on doing that, the other partner might try to find refuge. The other partner might start cheating outside. From cheating outside, maybe he or she might think that, okay, since this is not working, I can't be in this prison called relationship, it's better I leave this marriage. The next thing it will result to is divorce. So if there is no presence of sexual intercourse, this emotional bonding in a relationship, in a marriage, it might lead to divorce, it might lead to separation, and it might lead to crisis. So this is another benefit of sex in a relationship. Okay, remember, sex can be an important part of a relationship, but having less sex frequently is never an indication that your marriage is not going to work. It's never an indication that your marriage is not even a good one. Do you understand what I said now? Sex can be an integral part of a relationship. In fact, sex can be one of the most sustaining factors of a healthy relationship. But that you and your partner are having lesser sex in your relationship doesn't mean that your relationship is not going to work. It does not mean that your relationship is lesser a healthy one. Sex issues differs from partners to partners. It differs from relationship to relationship. There are some relationships that doesn't even need sex. The two persons there they don't see it as anything that should have issue, that should cause issue between both of them. They understand it and they are working towards that. But in a situation whereby in a relationship you are two persons, one person needs it, one person always believes in it, the other person doesn't always believe in it, it is not going to work out. It's either this other person will learn to work hard to meet up with this other person's sexual drive, or the person that has a higher sexual drive will learn to maybe compromise and then come down to the level of this person that doesn't want it. But in practical, it is not easy. It is not always possible for someone naturally with high sex drive to lower his sexual expectation down to the other partner that doesn't see sex as any integral part of a relationship. It is not always the case. The case is always the one that doesn't believe to wake up and then try to meet up. Not really this one that believes now to come down to the level of this one and then try to deprive his or herself this sexual, the sexual urge that he or she normally have in order to meet up because his or her partner doesn't necessarily like it. Okay, so we have talked about reducing this rate of divorce, right? It helps partners stay together, help in sustaining a healthy and a fulfilling relationship. Okay, we have this one we call psychology. Okay, there's what we call psychology. Okay, the thing that has to do with mindset, brain, and the inner part of somebody, like somebody's thoughtfulness, their psychological aspect of sex, the psychological benefit of sexual relationship. Okay, better self-image, like it helps to build one's self-esteem. When you frequently have sex with your partner in the bedroom, in the kitchen, in the daytime, in the night, anywhere, especially if you're living in a compound that only you lives, okay, you don't have any neighbor that can distract you, there you can have sex in the bedroom, in the bathroom, in the sitting room, in the kitchen, in the passages, anywhere. It helps to build partners' self-esteem. There are people that when they want to have sex, especially people that are meeting up newly, that are coming up together newly, they will try to close the windows, switch off the lights, close the windows, make the room to be dark, so that their partner will not be seeing their face, whether they are shy or how they look or stuff them like that. Okay, but when you have constant sex with your partner in the bathroom, anywhere, in the daytime, during the daytime, under the sun, anywhere where you can see her, you will no longer feel shy, maybe to to be naked in their presence and stuff like that. There are partners that when they want to have sex, they will cover themselves with duvet so that each other will not be seeing themselves. Some of them prefer to have sex in the night so that they cannot be seeing each other. But if you frequently indulge in sex, okay, that issue of self-esteem issue will be addressed. You will no longer see anything out there. Your partner is your partner, your body is his body, her body is your body. Two of you now will not see yourself as one person. Nobody will be feeling intimidated or stuff like that. This is one of the psychological benefits of sexual intercourse. Higher rate of happiness. According to 2015 study conducted in China, more consensual sex and better quality sex increases happiness. When people are unhappy, when they are sad, statistics shows that what conducted in China in 2018 shows that couples who are always unhappy because of maybe stress from work, family crisis and stuff like that, when they indulge in sex, it helps to calm them down, bring calmness to their lives, and then improve their level of happiness. Okay, it brings bonding. Psychologically, it helps partners to bond. Okay, brain chemicals are released during sex, including endorphins, which decreases irritability and feeling of depression. There is brain chemical we call endorphins. Endorphins are released during sexual intercourse. They say that it helps, according to health, endorphins help to reduce irritability and they calm the nerves of depression down. Okay, whenever a partner is feeling this part of being depressed, when they indulge in sexual intercourse, a brain chemical called endorphins are being released, which helps to calm down irritability. It helps to reduce irritability and then improves the hormone of happiness. Okay, so another hormone called oxytocin, we have talked about it before, the one we call the hug drug. It increases with nipple stimulation. Oxytocin helps to foster a sense of calmness and the contentment. When during sex, this hormone called oxytocin is being released. It helps in nipple stimulation in a woman, okay, make them feel all right. It helps also to improve the level of calmness and contentment in them, okay. These are few of the benefits, okay, few of the psychological benefits of sexual intercourse in a relationship, okay. It also helps to reduce stress. It helps to reduce stress. Sex, when managed very well, is a stress management technique, okay. Sex, when managed well, is a stress management technique. Sex reduces stress. Sex reduces stress responses hormones like cortisol with its effect lasting till the night. There is a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol, it is being released during sexual intercourse. It can stay in the body of the partners for a whole day. It helps in reducing stress, go to the bones, the arteries, touch them, and they help in calmness of the bones. Those joints, those hormones that are necessary for stress and all that, it helps in reducing them. So these are also another psychological benefit of sexual intercourse, okay. So we have physical benefits of sex. Like we know, sex is like normal football activities. When you went out to play ball, maybe you see that if you play ball, after playing ball, stretching your bones and your joints, when you come back home, you will now find out that there are some part of your bones, maybe they were paining you, or someone had doing you somehow. After they have been stretched, you will see that automatically those pains there will reduce. That is what sex is all about, okay. According to the American Heart Association, sexual activity is equivalent to moderate physical activities like football, running, jumping, handball, volleyball, table tennis, and other physical activity. Sexual activities are equivalent to physical activities. The American Heart Association, they get this finding. They were able to arrive at the fact that when you are having sex with your partner, when you people are having sex, making a healthy love, that it is equivalent to playing soccer, playing football, running marathon race, those physical activities that helps in reducing stress, depressions. This is the same thing that it does to the body of those who indulges in it. This is one of the benefits of one of the physical benefits of sex, okay. For women, it helps to improve their bladder control. Sex helps to improve the bladder control of a woman, okay. So this is also another physical benefit of sex. It enhances brain function. In 2018, study of over 6,000 adults linked physical frequent sex with better memory performance in adults of 50 years and above. In 2018, an analysis was conducted on over 6,000 adults. It will find out that frequent sex, it helps to improve the better memory performance of adults from the ages of 50 or 60 and above, okay. It helps also to improve the immune system of human being. Being more sexually active has great effect on immune system. Sexual intercourse lowers chances of getting cold or flu during maybe an epidemic period, okay. During a period where maybe there are sicknesses, or maybe there is a virus moving out, which requires you avoiding cold or stuff like that. You understand? Sexual intercourse can automatically help. The exercise aspect of it can help to avoid someone contacting cold, the one we call pneumonia, and also flu, as the case may be. It helps in weight loss, okay. It helps in weight loss. According to statistics, having sex for over 30 minutes helps in burning an average of 2,200 calories. Do you understand that one? Cells, active cells of over 30 minutes or within 30 minutes and above helps in burning down of over 200 calories. in the body. The rewarding brain chemical released during sex can subdue food craving, okay, and support weight loss. The brain chemicals released during sex can help to subdue food craving, okay, and reduces weight gain, okay. So if you always, maybe for those people that are always a kind of, fatty, they always eat chomp, they eat anything they see, they eat everything that enters their hands, okay. So cells, the brain chemicals released during sexual intercourse, it helps to subdue that thing that makes them always crave for food, craving. If they see this, they want to eat. They see this, they want to eat. They want to eat everything they see. So those brain chemicals released during sexual intercourse helps to subdue those craving, and also help in reducing weight gain. Okay, person will be reducing weight. Like I said earlier, it helps. Active sex of about 30 minutes and above helps in burning down about 200 calories of weight in the body. Okay. Additionally, being more sexually active boosts libido and increases vaginal lubrication. This is for women. It helps to improve the libido level, to boost it, and then increase vaginal lubrication in a woman. Sexual intercourse helps during menstrual periods. A woman that normally has menstrual pains, she always have menstrual cramps. Frequent sex, especially sex during the first day of her period, also help to reduce menstrual cramps. If not during the period that person is on her period, frequent sex, maybe frequently before, maybe somebody is starting to have a period starts by 10th, frequent sex from 5th to 8th, 10th can help in reducing pain cramps in a woman. Okay, so these are some of the physical functions of cells, some of the physical benefits of cells in a human being. The release of hormones. There is a hormone we call DHEA. The release of those hormones by the body helps to improve the signs of smell, healthy teeth, and glowing skin. Okay, you see a woman, her skin will be shining. You'll be asking her, "Hey, what are you eating? What are you eating?" There is a hormone we call DHEA that are being released during sexual intercourse in the body of a woman. It helps in making her body to glowing of the skin, healthier teeth, and all those things. These are the benefits, physical benefits of sexual intercourse in our relationship. Okay, so also remember that sexual intercourse has a lot of benefits. It helps to sustain healthy relationships, improve overall well-being of individuals. It's not only about relationship. You as an individual, as an adult individual, sexual intercourse also helps to improve your well-being. It helps. There are some hormones, there are some reactions, there are hormonal reactions in your system that sexual intercourse helps. Maybe like we have already said, depressions, stuff like that, stress, and other related issues like that. Sexual intercourse help to address them. It also helps individuals with stress relief, improve sleep, increase immunity, and better cardiac health. Anybody that has a history of cardiac arrest, stuff like that, sexual intercourse also help to address issues like that. If you are having, it also help individuals to improve their level of sleep. If you are having a often sleepless night, sexual intercourse can also help you to improve the level through which you sleep at night. Also help to increase your immune system. Okay, all right. What is the ideal frequency for sex in a relationship? Like, at what interval? Like, how many times can somebody have sex in a relationship? Like, how can you rate? How can you do you need a timetable maybe to address the frequency, the frequent rate at which sex can be done in a relationship. Like I earlier said today, sexual activities in a relationship is not always necessary, but it is important. Sexual activity in a relationship is not necessary. It's not necessarily important, but it is important. And also mind you that it depends on relationship. It varies from relationship to relationship. It depends on the people, the partner's goals, what they hope to achieve, what are their plans in a relationship. Okay, so but an average adult is expected to have sex at least 54 times in a year. That is once a week. An average adult is expected to have sex at least 54 times in a year, once in every week. Average adult of 20 years, in his 20s, are expected to have at least sex 80 times annually. 80 times annually, at least 80 times annually. For an adult from 20 years and above, in their 20s, that is from 20 to 30 years of age, that is the building stage of adults. That is the building stage of their sex life. So they need to at least have sex up to 80 times in 12 calendar months. Okay, adults in their 60s are expected to have at least 20 times in a year. Adults from their 60 years and above are expected to have at least 20 times in a year. Okay, so although frequency of sex often decreases with age, sexual activities in adults also means something very, very important. When somebody is aging, their craving for sex, their urge for sex reduces. That is physical, that is normal, it's a natural something. Okay, somebody, the activeness of your sex drive at the age of 20, 30 cannot be the same activeness of your sex drive at the age of 60 and above. When you are aging, your sexual drive will reduce. But however, it is also important that at old age too, that they should also be having sex from time to time. Now, depending on their health status, and depending on how their health can carry. Okay, you don't go and do sex beyond the period, the hour, the minutes that your heart or your cells capacity cannot carry. It can also lead to death. Okay, how do one increase cells in their relationship? Like, how do you increase cells in your relationship, like sexual intercourse, if it is lacking in your relationship, if it is not coming forth the way it should come? How do you increase it in a relationship? There are a number of ways to spice up your sex life, like looking at the non-part of your communication. Let me state this categorically now. Unknowingly to many, the greatest sex organ in the body are between the ears. Do you understand what I said now? The greatest sex organ in the body are between the ears. Communication is very, very important in a relationship. In fact, there is nothing in a relationship that helps to spice up people's sex life than communication. There are types of text messages, some types of talks you can give to your partner on phone call, some messages you can send to them that will automatically spice up their sex life. Like you travel outside the city, you are not around, you travel outside the town, and you'll be coming back today. Maybe in the morning, there are a kind of communication you give to your wife or your partner. They will be waiting for you, stand by, waiting for you to devour you immediately you enter that house. Because of what? Communication you give them. Okay? Frequent sex, just to sex might not necessarily mean that you are having a healthy sex life. Okay? Communications means a lot in a relationship. Okay? Having sex often without connecting emotionally or increased communication isn't likely to produce lasting improvement to your relationship. Do you hear what I said? Do you hear what I said? Having frequent sex without communicating emotionally, without any emotional connect, without any emotional link between the both of you, does not necessarily mean that you are trying to be on the link of producing a self-sustaining relationship. No. You must learn how to connect with your partner emotionally. There must be this bond of emotion that exists between two of you. That is why, and you can see a sex worker, you can have sex with a sex worker, it ends there. You pay her, she goes away. You pay them, they go their way, you have sex. What does that sex mean? Does it have anything to do with tomorrow? Does it really mean that because you paid a sex worker, he or she pays the money and go? Tomorrow, if you see him, you will not love him because you people did business of sex, transactional sex business. You pay them, they go. Now you love them. That is the same thing in your marriage, in your relationship. If you only have sex with your partner without other emotional connections that should go beyond that. Sex is beyond physical exercise, physical coming together, hold yourself it goes beyond penetration. Okay, it goes beyond penetration. So it's not only for you to penetrate and come out. No, it goes beyond all those things. So you must improve your communication with your spouse, with your partner. That is the only way you can sustain a very active sales lifestyle. Okay, so there is no other way to sustain your sex life than communication. Communication is the most important way to sustain your relationship. A therapist called Michelle Davis, in her book Sex Starved Marriage, she suggests that taking a just do approach can also ruin a marriage. Let's just have the fun. Let's just have fun. You go your way. Maybe you want to go and watch ball or to a club. You just saw your wife. You just grab her. You people just have affair. You just wear your clothes back and go out. Those things doesn't increase sex drive. It cannot. Okay. So that is just the thing. So you must learn how to communicate with your partner if really you want to increase your sex life. Let me read this thing out for you. Let me read these words out for you. Words from forward. Okay. Let me read the words from very well. It reads, listen, I'm reading from a book now. Having sex more often, or at least a minimum of once a week, produces multiple benefits for a loving and supportive relationship. Okay. It says that being said, growing intimacy is still possible if you are unable to have sex. If you are not having regular sex, ask yourself why. Sometimes seeing a sex therapist might be the best way to work through your relationship and personal issues. Therapy benefits individuals and couples alike. Okay? Note, the importance of sex depends on individuals and couples. Not everyone needs sex to feel close to their partner or feel happy in their relationship, but some do. Talk to your partner about your desires and find ways to stay emotionally and physically connected, whether that involves sex or other forms of non-sexual intimacy. Okay? Do you understand what it means? Do you understand what it means? What it means? If your partner normally, because there are people naturally they are like that, they don't normally feel this sense of a thing. You now marry somebody that feels it, or you are with somebody that feels it. Okay? You should try and talk with your partner that doesn't always have this sex drive. Okay? It is advisable too that both of you meet a sex therapist to counsel her. Maybe there are some foods she will need to be eating to increase her libido, to improve to improve their sexual urge. Okay? So it's advisable you meet a sex therapist if one of you are not having high sexual urge. The other person is having, the other person is not having. You people have to meet a therapist to advise, to counsel, and then to suggest what one can do to improve their sexual life. Okay? In summary, sex can be a beneficial part of a healthy relationship. Research suggests that average couple in US has sex about once in a week. However, the frequency of sex tends to decrease with age and other factors including stress, children, and overall sex can affect person's desire for sex too. Okay, so average life in a more average term of it. Couple partners are expected to have sex at least once in a week. Once, at least. It didn't say must, it say at least once in a week. Okay? So sex helps to sustain relationships. It helps to create the bond. When you start visualizing the last time you had sex with your partner, how he was pounding you, how he was like kissing you, caressing around your neck, and also that, when you start having that imagination in your head, it will make you to have more. It will bring him or her very close to your mindset and your heart. At that point, there is no way you can be thinking about how to cheat on that person. There is no way you can be thinking of how to run away from a relationship or how to ask for divorce, because they are always around you. The thought of the last one you have is just roving around you. So that is why anytime you want to make love to your partner, you make a healthy love to them. You make a healthy love with them, love that they can stay on their own and try to visualize, try to remember, to visualize and say, wow, that day I had fun, this was a very nice sex, all these things. You see, that is just how it should be. Don't allow anything. Don't allow work, children, activities, whatever, community service, whatsoever, to make you to take away the spice, the most important spice that nature gives you to sustain your bonding and your marriage relationship, which is sex, to be lacking in your relationship. Don't allow anything at all. Don't allow anything stress whatsoever to make you to lose that, to make you to start ignoring that, which should be ordinarily what should be sustaining your marriage, to be lacking in your marriage. Sex should never be the last on your to-do list in your relationship. Sex should always be above every other thing, because that is the only bond that can create that happiness in your marriage, that can create happiness in your relationship, that can give you that enablement to sustain your relationship without any third party interference. I hope you were able to enjoy today's class on how important is sex in our relationship. I will advise every of my listeners to go and look for the book written by therapist Michelle Weiner Davis called Sex Starved Marriage. Read it, and you're also going to learn so much things about it. Okay, I want to thank everybody who must have listened to us, who are going to listen to us, who will continue to listen to us. I want to thank you all for finding your time to stay with us for these few 30-something minutes that we've stayed with you here today. I want to beg you and appeal to you to help us to grow our channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Always share our contents with your friends and your family and your colleagues in the office. Share our contents. Help us to grow our channels so that frequently you can be coming out here from time to time to listen to some of our discussions, to also see if there is a way, one way or the other, it can help you to enhance your relationship. Please do subscribe to Akonuche Relationship Talks. Share our contents, comment and like, and watch our videos. Watch our videos, share to your family, share to your friends.